Ladies and gentlemen, we are back from our grind through the snowfields. We are now all level 35. And what we've done is we have equipped a bunch of marble rings, as you can see here, because we bought a massive excess.
Yeah, me not knowing what the hell I was doing actually paid off for once.
So, everybody now has significantly higher magic resistance than they did, and basically every level up we've had since then has been put into spirit, so we all have higher magic resistance. Additionally, we're equipped with the armor that reduces our weaknesses so that we don't have them anymore. Because I noticed that each character was weak to at least one of the elements that came out from that assault. So hopefully we don't die to the Alpha Strike this time.
Right, and beyond that, the other things we discussed was attempting to alpha down one of the robots. If we lose track of them, we go back to wide AOEing the way we were, and we also actually have a war chest of consumables now, so we don't have to be dainty.
So hopefully we can pull it off.
One for the money.
I just want to check one thing before we start.
About to do the countdown.
That goes in storage because it's useless. Where did we have a storm coin? We don't. What does Montago oil do again? I forget.
Matango oil is increased magic defense, which wouldn't hurt to bring along. I mean, if we're going to use it, it's going to be here.
Yeah, you're right.
And the person with the lowest magic resistance, I believe, is me.
Yep, so we'll put it on you as soon as we start.
Okay.
Let's get to work.
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to make ready, and 4, here we go! I'll deal with items, you deal with buffing.
Okay.
Oh, where'd the Matango oil go? Oh, there it is. For some reason, I mistook that as Poto oil. Alright, northmost golem is the one marked for death.
I'm going to cast that on you. And Angela needs to drop her spells.
Okay.
It's always going to stay targeted on the right one.
Yep. I wanted to make sure that that was actually the case before I started screwing around too much.
Item C.
Yeah, it would not hurt.
Well, I'm just going to hurl out like as many as we need to heal up back to full HP.
Angela's out.
They killed her in a cutscene.
Yep. It's okay. We've got a couple of angel grails.
Angela, get back up. Right.
Boy, we are not dodging this mess nearly as much as we had been.
Yeah, we're not doing nearly as well as we were before to dodge everything.
Pay attention to me, bolt bags!
Get shocked. By thunder. Shock.
Okay, Well, the bolt bags paid attention to me, I can't argue with that.
Interesting.
I've got her, I've got her,
Heal
I've
Angela,
got
pack
her.
and chocolate.
You're ready for another buff. She lost her defense when she went down.
Yep.
And I'm gonna need another one of these.
You are.
Because those are more rocket fists incoming.
Ow.
It's more
I
item
need
seed
healing.
time.
Yeah, it's just throw them out.
I've got swallows, I'm gonna put them on their asses.
Cool. I'm just gonna throw another one of these.
Yikes.
Screw it, that's fine. I think they're gonna get close in their cycle too.
Yeah, no, I'm smelling the alpha coming on here pretty soon. Come on. I can't select Angela. That's unfortunate.
She's doing something. Just toss a heal onto me.
Yup.
Angela.
Keep it up.
Let me go. Oh wow, okay, healer.
Alright, they're also critting a ton too. You know, like basically every time they've nailed us, they've crit with those things.
Christ. I'm going to drop more item seeds, please.
Come on, scrapheads, pay attention to me, not them.
Oh, she can't do that
Yep,
anymore.
she's
Fine.
out.
Actually, no, we still want alpha this one.
Yeah,
don't we?
I was gonna say, please do not lose our target.
No, you just need a round drop, I think. I'm okay. Angela will take the least damage from a giant alpha strike.
God, it's like every single time they attack, they're critting.
Well, they do just nothing but that. So we're always healing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it looks like our luck is too low because every single time they fire, we see gold numbers. Yikes!
It's
Chocolate, please.
It's just brutal that they can like attack through screen freezes.
One's down.
Oh,
One
we
is
killed
down.
one. No, you're not killing me today. Not today, my friends. Not today.
Hold on. Did we pack? Damn, we forgot to pack the magic walnuts.
Well, it's up to us now. Angela has done her job by killing one of them.
Here they come!
Ow. Yep.
We've got this.
Yeah, since we took out the one that apparently cast second, they weren't able to do the full combo, so I was able to heal in between.
Ironically, because those spells can't crit, they're only doing slightly more damage than their frickin' rocket fists. Angela's ready to cast again.
Oh, she is? Good. Now that we don't need to alpha them down, I'm just gonna start doing that.
Oh, you colossal bastards. Gonna make modern art out of your corpses. Whoa, incoming. Oh, that was only single target. Oh, and it actually debuffed her defense. But you...
Oh, wow, okay.
You buffed her, so she's actually fine.
There we go. You're going to need to heal yourself. As soon as you find Soul Sawdust. And then I will... Actually, I'll heal you. Fair enough. Have some healing. Oh, here we go again. Friends, do you not realize this didn't work? Oh god, this might kill
Yeah, that actually
no.
hurt quite a bit.
You are not killing her. She is very useful for us. She does all of our damage.
Yeah, I've officially had it with this. Let's go Alpha, the one to the far west right now. Yeah, pay attention. I'm important and dangerous.
Just stop killing one of us. And yeah. Target Hawk because he can dodge things. Ah.
Yep, she needs a break.
Do you zoom again? Alright. Well,
clear off. I'm about to throw swallows. Oh, no,
Oh,
never mind. They're toast. And of course, they take me out with their last set of rocket
parting
fists.
shot.
Oh man!
All right.
I like to imagine that those rocket fists just had the middle fingers extended as they jammed straight into my chest.
Well, you still got the experience, which is the important
Show
part.
enough. I'll look for strength here.
Luck, please. Okay. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Oh. We get full heal by the Mana Stone, I think, so...
I'm not taking any chances after that one.
Fair enough.
I love the fairy's face here.
Yeah. Oh. Lise, that was pragmatic.
I mean, it's a fair question to ask, IMHL. What story, exactly? That was, like, the most clinical conversation we've had thus far. Undine, you're so weird.
It's okay. We don't mind. We're just a bit confused.
Okay.
There's-
I wasn't sure if there was a back area here or not. I couldn't remember.
Right. Shall we head back to Elran?
Yep, we're done here. It's off to the furnace, I suppose.
It is. But I suspect when we get back to Elran, we will probably take a break.
Yeah. This one kind of took it out of us.
Okay, let's go to the end.
Sure.
So, as you might have guessed by the fact that we are now level 36, the second class change is coming up. All rooms are free as well, which is a good
that's
sign.
a nice break.
So, with the class change, we get another choice of 2 classes for each character. And I'll just do a quick run through now of the classes. I'll do more detail on the thread. And I'll also discuss an idea that came up in the thread about what classes we should pick. So, first off is Lise, and if I press A and Y and get to the cool menu here, we can see what our classes are. So, Lise can become one of 2 things now, a Vanadis or a Star Lancer. Vanadis is her light option, and it is interesting. It has higher strength than the Star Lancer, and it also gains access to a full screen tech. On our party, the only character that will be able to access a full screen tech right now is Lise, because nobody else can do it. And so that's actually a really powerful thing to have, because it means that you hit everything on the screen for the highest amount of damage physically possible. On top of that, Vanadis gets Heal Light, and gets Tinkle Rain as well, so she can clear debuffs and also heal. Notably, in this game, once you have a character who has Heal Light, you do not have to heal after a fight again, because you automatically get healed to full HP. The logic being that if MP refills at the end of every single fight, it makes no sense that you wouldn't just move back and forth between screens and let yourself heal to full health between fights. So Praetorius just goes, if you've got Heal Light, you get to do whatever you want. You just get full HP at the end of every single fight, which is really cool and really, really helpful. On top of that, like Star Lancer, Vanadis will also get multi-target buff spells. So a lot of the problems that we've been having in boss fights right now come from the fact that I can only cast a buff on a single person, and that takes most of my mana to do. With Vanadis and Star Lancer, we've got a little bit more of an option there. We can do more things, and so that generally makes her a much more powerful character. The final thing is that Vanadis also gets Freya. So each of Lisa's final classes gets a special summon, and Freya is the one that the Vanadis uses. Now, I am not sure what that does off the top of my head. I'm going to look it up. Because I do not remember exactly what Freya does. Do you remember at all, Coolguy?
No, unfortunately I don't.
I'll bring that up in the thread because I can't easily Google that, unfortunately. But it has a status effect associated with it, and we'll talk about the Star Lancer's one now. So Star Lancer is actually pretty similar to Vanadis, except it packs a little bit less attack power, and doesn't get a full screen tech at the end. She only gets a single target one. On top of that, she will get Aura Wave and Energy Ball. Aura Wave is a really cool skill that increases the rate at which you gain tech gauge in this version. That's different from the normal version. In the normal version, that gave you just a full tech gauge, whereas now it just increases the rate of gain. On top of that, she gains Energy Ball, which increases critical strike chance. That didn't occur in the base game at all, and that didn't work, because crits didn't work in the base game. So she is a really versatile class there that's really helpful. And Marduk, which is a summon, allows her to silence all enemies on the field immediately, which is incredible, to be honest. It is an amazing ability, because some of the most dangerous enemies in the games are casters, and if you can silence them straight up, then that's a lot of the battle won before it started. With that being said, the only character that has access to Heal Light for us, and has access to a full screen tech, is Lisa's Vanadis. So take that into account when you vote. I'm not saying which way is right, I am saying that
I am
is
pick
an important
Vanadis.
thing to consider. Yeah, fair enough. Pick Vanadis. So moving on to Hawk. Hawk has Wanderer and Rogue. So Wanderer is well known as being one of the craziest classes in the game. The reason being is that in the base game at least, it got some of the most weird and wonderful set of spells that you've ever seen. So on top of being able to multi-target stuff like Sleep Flower and Body Change, which are the spells that we've already got, Wanderer gets Poison Bubble, which inflicts poison, Lunatic, which reduces the maximum HP of anything, including bosses, Anti-Magic, which destroys an opponent's magic resistance, which is incredible, and then Transhape Life Booster. Transhape is... I forget what Transhape does. I think that cures status effects. Life Booster increases your max HP. He also gets Aura Wave and Half Banish. I could go into literally every spell. Hawk, as a Wanderer, has a bevy of buff and debuff spells that just aren't seen very many other places in the base game. In this game, some of them are shared among other classes, but you don't get that level of variety anywhere else. The dark counterpart is Rogue. Rogue is basically a caster kind of class. He gets a lot more of the direct damage spells that you've seen Coolguy use. So he gets Axe Bomber, for example, which replaces arrows. He gets Silver Dart, which is something you've seen Corons use before. And stuff like Rockfall and Landmine. Basically, all of these spells are based around dealing elemental damage in different ways. And that's basically the sum total of what the class does. What I would say about this choice is that, from the perspective of the LP, Wanderer is going to be the better choice. And I don't usually want to suggest something, but because Rogue is a casting-based class, it means that Coolguy will spend most of his time standing around and not really doing very much. Whereas with Wanderer, since it's debuff-based, it'll be more likely that Coolguy will be able to go in and deal damage, using normal attacks, because the buffs will have very specific uses. From an LP standpoint, it is more exciting for us to play, and I think for you to watch, if Coolguy is more active in combat than just passively watching something cast.
I also mostly come up with taunts when I'm in the middle shredding it up, so there's also that.
Exactly that. So, I don't want to bias everybody, and I know there is a plan for Rogue to be picked. It's just that, from my perspective, as somebody who wants the LP to be as interesting as possible, it makes it a lot less interesting. And then finally, we go to Angela, who has the options of Runemaster or Magus. Now, in this case, I don't actually have a preferred option, because both of them are pretty cool. Runemaster is the only class in the game that gets access to level 3 damaging spells. These spells are specifically spells that come with really odd status effects. So you'll get Silence with, I think, Stun Cloud or something like that. Not Stun Cloud. You will get Silence with a few of the spells. You will also get... so Stun Wind gives Silence. Cold Blaze freezes opponents and turns them into snowmen. Blaze Wall, I think, is pure damage. And Stone Cloud petrifies enemies. I think that's the only Petrify access in the game. On top of that, she gets a bunch of elemental sabers that allow her to increase the power of her level 3 spells, and also allow her to increase the power of us when we're attacking things of the opposed element, which is really pretty cool. Magus is the other class. Magus gets the same second level spells as Runemaster, so they all get to multi-target the second level spells that you've been seeing already. But on top of that, Magus gets a couple of other buff spells, as well as a few other weird debuff spells, so she'll be able to get Lunatic, which again I mentioned reduces maximum HP, but she can also do things like cast Poison Bubble, which causes poison, Death Spell, which kills an opponent if you're a higher level, and also has access to a few buffs as well, which would take some pressure off Lise. Finally, Magus notably gets access to Ancient, which is the highest damage dealing spell in the game, and it's crazy and the animation for it is absolutely amazing to watch. Here I don't have any preference. I think Runemaster might gel with the rest of the party slightly better, because there's no buff or debuff crossover, but it's all up to you. You guys can pick whatever you want. I will post voting in the thread, and I'll post a more detailed summary a little bit later on. Coolguy, do you have anything to add to that?
Not really. You cover these things really well, and I'm always very hesitant to interrupt.
Fair enough. So that is it for this time, I think. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll catch you next week.
Take good care of yourselves, everybody.